What township of Westpoint?
So normally our normal drainage system, all the water what comes.
And now I'm going to it's sorry, but I've been other than that, I still only ready. But tell you, reality, yeah, hard. Now the food is sorry, the boys are over the floor.
This is the Westpoint plain page. You know, you've been seeing a few days ago, the president came here. A few days ago, the president came here. He broke ground for the construction of this page. And clearly you can see that, you know, the page is taking a few days ago when the president came here, he broke ground for this place. And, you know, and this is the page. Quite impressive. You know, my first time coming here since the construction, but again, this is quite impressive. All of you that used to come on Westpoint field to come play, this is how the pitch look like now. You know, they have changed. The look of the pitch has changed drastically, and I'm sure when it is over, you will see a total different pitch. And like we always say, we know everything will not be rosy, everything will not be okay in Liberia. And everything has never been okay in Liberia before Joshua became president. But his ability to transform this very meaningful project as something that the people are excited about. You can see the people of Westpoint are purely excited. They are happy to see that it took a Joshua to come and see Westpoint page from different level and transform it. You know, even Joshua played on this field before. And he used to play on this field before he went to Cameroon. He used to play on this field. These are Westpointers. I feel they are very happy to see. What do you say about the field?
I think we appreciate it, right? Very beautiful. This is a recreation area. Our center is right down there. It will be, we will have more access to it to be able to have our children some kind of way play here. And, you know, and then the boys too coming in, and we got a girls team too. We coming here.
So you've been living Westpoint through all?
Yeah.
So I mean,
Westpoint in 1971 when I was a little girl. Very small.
Wow.
Yeah.
From 1971, the fee being here.
No, it was not here. Horses were all here.
Horses were here. Yeah. When the fee, when
the late president, Dr. Samuel Kanyan came, he wanted to make a road right between here. So he cleared a place and he wanted to take the clinic, the Weah clinic and other clinic, you know, other activities. The health center, let's say a health center. So he cleared this place. There was a road going to go for us to be able to have a road, a bridge crossing to go to Bata.
Okay.
Yeah, easy way to go. But then, they didn't allow that. So then they said
and it turned to football field.
It turned to football field for the community.
The community.
Yeah. So it was a multi-purpose area. We use it as football field, we use it as a parking and other things. But now, at least, we'll be using it as a recreation area.
Recreation center.
Yeah.
So, and it took Josh Weah to come and see.
Yeah, which is good. We appreciate that. To be very frank, we are very happy. If I was still up there, we looked at here.
Yeah.
So it's too beautiful here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a beautiful time.
So, what's your name?
My name is Nelly Cooper. I'm the
Okay, Nelly Cooper, 1971, she came here. Imagine 1971. Those of you that are listening, you see 1971.
I was a little girl.
Little girl, 1971. And she so look beautiful, you know, yeah, she's very beautiful. Imagine 1971 and she's still here. But it's, I mean, those of you that are listening and following, you know, listen to the people themselves. These people are living in the community. They are expressing their excitement about what is happening in their community. We know the president can put food on everybody's table. Everybody will not go line up for a president, and no government ever in the history has ever come to put food on everybody's table. But this meaningful project that the government can do to change the mindset of young people, that what matter, and our president Weah is doing.
We are feeling again that our high school community, the community here, and the children have them. President should help us to help upgrade it to high school level. And then the other road on the other side, we can connect it so we can build it, free passage. They also give the president has to build a company
And go all.
without the charge from the other place.
Okay. Yeah. The president will hear it, and definitely I'm taking note. I will let him know. I'm taking note on it. Thank you, Mama.
Thank you.
Well, you listen to the community dwellers. She's from the community. She's happy. They used to have the goal like this, you know, when you're explaining how the GoPro used to be.
No, that's not.
That one, probably no go also go to Guadeloupe. It means that not the people of meet the people that you also go put it there. You will find very good here. And that's in a probably hoping on a child, probably right there. But if here, we say Olympic. We are Olympic, Cuba there, I'm there, I'm there, all the other year, the
President explaining about the old days. See that place there where the people will be sitting there to watch the game. You know, they created a pathway. You know, very decent, I mean, very decent. I mean, this is more than impressive. This is really more than impressive. Well, you know, like somebody this morning, like I listened to my brother Kiatama talking about, you know, bread and butter issue. Of course, there will always be bread and butter issue in Liberia, and there's no one president that have ever come and solved all of the bread and butter issue. But again, this president's own commitment and willingness to make sure that the people feel part of the process. That's one of the major concentration of the president. where he's making sure that people, the common people, are feeling a part of the process through connecting road at bread and butter. Is because when you build roads for people, it gives them access to do their farm, it gives them access to bring their crops to town, it gives them access to do plenty of things. Now, if you build local homes for people for free of charge, government-owned initiative, it also gives them opportunity, to give them to transform their life from one stage to another. There are a lot of things that the president is doing, especially in terms of transforming people's life. So those things will continue to be counted, and one president we will be judged by, not how somebody feel or how somebody think. It's not your thinking. You get a right to think the way you're thinking. You get a right to say the way you want to say. But the people themselves have the right. The people themselves have the right. The people themselves have the right to also look at it from different perspectives. And of course, the people are looking at it. Like he's trying to say, he will break the zinc round, all of the zinc rounds that are near the field, and build homes there for people. Yeah.
When they come back home, they'll get brand new. Now, what is the people who are going to cooperative? Vegetable park. Yeah, the one in those same something that we built, it's still there for the. Yeah. Because the vegetable park, we are almost finishing when they add the extra over. The park found a way. What about the people living here? Where is the position? Where is the table? They still be in the same house there.
The president just trying to explain, because the same thing he did at the Invincible Park, when he got ready to construct the Invincible Park, he thought it wise, say, okay, to give facelift to the Invincible Park, all of the makeshift zinc round houses that were around the Invincible Park, he said, okay, he will break them down and construct a modern home there for the people. Not only constructing the home, furnish it and give it back to the people. So he's trying to look at the scene, from Westpoint, especially around the plain pitch here, to give this place a facelift by constructing modern homes there for the people. That is a vision that this president has. So, President, you were here in 1980, in the 80s, and you saw the Westpoint page. 1984. You played on this page before. You used this place as a stepping stone for your illustrious career. And today you're the president of the Republic of Liberia. You have come to transform this place. I mean, what is the idea and the vision beyond that level of transformation that you bring into the Westpoint Plain page?
What a simple idea. In 1984, we come here to play Olympics. I remember when I was manning goal for Greece, right in the backyard, and we won the cup here on the Olympics, and it's the first time for the Ghanaian team to win a cup because here you had a lot of big teams, Lamudel, Cuba. So the place used to be filled with all 4 division players. Everybody come from everywhere. And then we play here. It used to be a good tournament. When Westpoint calling everybody, that tournament is a fantastic one. And we were privileged to play in those tournaments. I remember the goal was on this side, and there's another goal was on this side. You know, and imagine every time you kick the ball strong, you go into the water. You know, so it's a historical field. So when we decided to do most of the field in our community, because we know what it brings. They get young children, they are now adults, they go into parks. In our country, we don't have parks. So the children go to the street, or they go to the beaches. You know, and as you see, we just inspected PHP. I think PHP will bring relief also to our environment for children, those that come from central town to go to PHP. We've got to be everything there, gym, and soccer field, volleyball, basketball, and what have you. I wish Westpoint had a big land that we could give them the similar facility that needed. So it's a milestone. It's a milestone. And check from 1984. You know what I'm saying? 1984, 85, 86. We were playing for national team, but this is where we all used to come with different national team players and different 4 division players. And there was a competitive league here. So to see it like this, you know, for so many years, I think it's a milestone. It's an unprecedented project. But again, I think the Invisible Park gave us the urge now to move around to all the fields that we play on to fix, because there are a lot of young people coming out. Like I said to FIFA, if they help us, we got gravel field, the ATS. If we have a turf, there will be a new Ballon d'Or in Liberia, and they all laugh at me. You know, I'm only trying to say that I came from the ATS. Imagine we had a good field. Maybe there are a lot of Liberians, because you got children with talent in Westpoint that are better than me. You know, as far as they could go to the ATS, and the dream just died. So what we're doing, all the infrastructure we're building, all the residences, hospitals, and what have you, government offices and what have you, we added the component there for the President's Special Project to make sure we get a sport park where people will recreate. You know, and a lot of people getting sick because they don't train. So they get, sometimes someone get blood clot. You know, but I think training is important. So where we got the space and it's populated, we want to put a recreation center, and this is how Westpoint came in. But I think it's history for me, because I played here before. Yes. I was young. Sometimes we don't even have transportation to go that way. We swim to come this way. You know what I'm saying? So to see this, when this is finished, it will be like the Invisible Park. You know, but you can see that. So I'm happy for our family here in Westpoint. You know, my uncle live here. You know, we were part of my grandmother's son lived in Westpoint. We used to come here, and I'm very excited that Westpoint pitch where everybody comes is transformed. I think we have to give God the glory, and always praise Him for the good thing He has done. There's nothing can beat this. You know, I know we got critics to say of field, but when this was not here, when it was not turf, it was a field playground for every bourgeois island kid. And we're all from bourgeois island. That's what you're supposed to know. You're supposed to know. So to fix it, I think it's for me. I'm very excited. You know, I'm not excited because I believe that Joey I feel Westpoint field. Or if anybody says that, it's still good, you know. But to be honest with you, Carrasco, the pitch that I play on is no more. This is a dream. It's a dream come true. I came here, I made a promise to the Liberian people that I will develop the country, I will build roads, I will build infrastructure, and then I will do what I can do for our country face to change. If you look at the internet, if you look at Westpoint and you see everything that's surrounding the field, but you see the field, with the light on and everything, you can see that it's different. I wish Westpoint had more land that you could do most of the thing, but we are happy, and I'm sure that the Westpoint people are very excited and they're happy. Nothing can beat this, you know.
So, President, thousands of Liberians in and outside of Liberia will view this video, and you, as the president of the country, I mean, what is your message as you proceed to your last State of the Union? What is your final message as you visit the project site in Monserrado County?
Well, it's a simple message of peace. You see, every project we succeed in doing our projects simply because of the peace of the country. Without peace, our world will be difficult. Now, with peace, everything can be repaired. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about the country. So the peace, and that's why I applaud Liberians for maintaining the peace, to make sure that we talk about peace and democracy. You know, when I say things that we went through, we've been through, and a lot of people believe that, oh, you're just talking. Oh, yeah, Kalasco, you know, leadership in this country. And when the president was here, you arrive and open that car, they seize the car from you. And the president wear a shirt, you wear the same shirt. The security come to you and take the shirt from you. We're not so big dressed as the president. But today is a total democracy we're in, where people have their freedom of speech, where they have their liberty, they can speak anytime, where you don't have any political prisoner, not even one journalist that in prison. Yeah. It's all about the peace. Yeah. It's all the peace of the country. Yeah. So, and that's why I always ask Liberians to be peaceful, because we have our own experience, and we don't want to go back to where we came from, refugee camps. You know, there's a future for us, and that future we have to make sure that we all guide our future. You understand? After George Weah, it will be somebody. You understand? So that person come after George Weah will support the government to make sure that government succeed, like I always did. I supported Ellen Johnson's government, you know, and the Liberian people repose their confidence in me. But again, everything that was said when I was coming to the leadership, you know, it gave me strength. It gave me strength to do what I'm doing. And I sure the Liberian people are satisfied with, so far, the 5 years, 6 years given me in the 5 years, because you can see everywhere in our community, in our country, you can see the development project. So again, you know, I'm not boasting of what I achieved. You know, the records are there. The records are there. So, but again, it's a milestone to come here in Westpoint, the place where there are many times. Let me give a joke. Well, if you don't take that, Jika can go in. Why you can't play? You see Jika on Westpoint. So this time around, there will be no Jika. It's a term, and they're going to enjoy it. But I'm glad, and I hope that Liberians keep the peace. It's very important. Very important. You have nations around that are struggling today. Look at the Ukraine and Russia war. It brought a setback to a lot of nations. And you understand? So if you see the experience of Ukraine and Russia, then you want to be peaceful. Because fighting is no good. It's no good for any nation. So we'll continue to promote peace and reconciliation in this country. A lot of people don't understand. You know, they don't understand. Some people are very angry. They believe that our government not taking decision. But even in those documents we talk about for peace and reconciliation, the first thing they told us that we should harmonize our own issue, and that's what we're doing. You understand? We go by what the book says. So I'm doing everything to make sure that Liberians are united and there's harmony. You know, without harmony we can make it. You know, so because that's why I want to come back here. I went away for almost 19 years of my professional career. I came back here to make sure that we develop Liberia. Where do I have to go? I can go. I live in the best country in the world, but I see Malay, Gibraltar, I see Weah. I'm happy because I get my family around me, I get people around me, I get my friends here. You know, so I'm not prepared to go outside again. Why am I going to go do that? You know what I'm saying? So I want to build this country so when the next person comes, they don't have to do much. They'll just continue what we're doing so Liberia can move on.
And before you go, let me ask the last question, because you're always talking about after my 12 years. After my 12 years, why are you so optimistic about being in the president for 12 years?
Okay, let's go. When I went to Europe, based on my record, they gave me Ballon d'Or. You understand? I was the best in the field, and because of my quality, the way that I played, and you understand, and the record that I recorded, I won Ballon d'Or. You know what I'm saying? And when I say my second term, based on what I've achieved with the Liberian people, those people that gave me that repose the confidence in me, they see unprecedented things in our country. So I boast because those people that, when people say that it's not possible, they make it never do nothing, and I boast to say that my people will give me another 6 years because they see, they're not just talking what I say I will do, they're seeing what I'm doing across the country. It's a reason for me to say I'll get my second 6 years. I know a lot of people saying that Mr. Weah, one-time president. Glasgow, I'm not a one-time president. So I'm loved in this country. That nobody is loved than George Weah in this country. Liberian people love me and trust me. We will not hijack democracy. Liberian people gave me my second term, and will find a president in the country who the Liberian people love, who the Liberian people know that will take care of them, and they will do that term after me. You understand? I believe in democracy, and that's the norms of the day. But thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. I mean, what better could be said? I mean, you hear it from the man himself, Mov, you know, and what better could be said than what you listen to? You know, what better could be said than what you listen to? Nothing. I can't say anything again. You know, you see the men behind the project, Pepsi, Yeke, these are all young people. They men from Lofa, he's going back to Lofa, doing everything in Lofa, not only in Lofa. I mean, what better could be said? You see, Chokon Kui, the Minister of State with our portfolio, the men that are responsible for all of the project around here, a young man who went required his education, came back, contributed, Joshua brought him. You know, everybody here. I mean, you listen to the president. You can hear nothing better from me than what the president have just said, you know. And this is it for you. I know for sure that I always say that Joshua's second term as the president is cast in stone, and you can't do anything about it. And of course, you listen to him. The confidence with the president is so confident about winning, you know, elections, which is something that we are all excited. And, you know, because, like he said, the records will speak for himself. What the president has done will speak for itself. You know, nothing. Everything that the president has done will speak for itself. So we living, and this project will be replicated in Clarendon. It will be replicated in Nicruton. You know, everywhere the president will build homes. I mean, few homes everywhere. So we living. I just thought to bring that to you. Bye bye.